The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
So there is something very strange going on. He spent a lot of money to keep this out of print. There's something very, very strange going on, a lot of legal fees. Why can't he produce a birth certificate?
You've never seen George W. Bush's birth certificate, have you?
I would say that no, I haven't, but I'm sure he has one, and I guarantee he was born here, and I hope that Barack Obama was born here. But he could end the whole controversy. In fact, you know what I did yesterday? It was very interesting. I said, where's my birth certificate? Get me my birth certificate. And they brought it to my office. I have it. It's on my desk. It's on the top of my desk.
Hasn't the state of Hawaii, don't they have online his birth certificate? Aren't there contemporaneous newspaper accounts of his being born in Hawaii?
No, the newspaper accounts came in after, days after he was born. Hey, look, Geraldo, just so you understand, I hope he has a birth certificate. I hope he was born in this country. But we shouldn't be talking about the word hope. Hope shouldn't enter into it. He was born in.
Don't you have an incredible ability to find the hot button issue?
I don't know if I do or not. I think this issue is a very interesting issue. I find it interesting. And, you know, it's a very interesting thing. The fact is that I've had a lot of people saying, and I'm talking about very conservative. I'm a very conservative person. I've had a lot of friends of mine that are very conservative, on the conservative side, say, skip that issue, Donald. It's not a good issue for you. Skip it. And I say, why is that not a good issue? If he was born in this country, he's got to have some proof.
So what is your intention? How far are you going to press this?
Look, Geraldo, if he's not born, and there is a chance, it might be small, and it might not be so small, there is a chance that he wasn't born in this country. Geraldo, if it were you, and this issue's been raging for years now, the birthers and the issue, why wouldn't you show it? If it exists, why wouldn't you show it? And then you end the issue. I hope the issue ends. And frankly, I don't want to be right on this issue. And I'm not even saying I am right. I just want to see the birth certificate.
Don't you worry that it's a huge distraction from the issues that are pressing us from every side?
No, I don't, because it's a very strong point that you have to be born in this country. I don't think that's a huge disruption. I think you have to be born in this country.
Donald Trump, as always, extremely provocative. You have, again, set off a firestorm, and I appreciate your getting on the telephone. Governor Mike Huckabee rejoins me. You, in a rare misstep, got in a lot of hot water suggesting some Kenyan background. It was just a misstatement.
Yeah, I apologize the next day.
You apologize 6 ways to Sunday, and
right.
I read you loud and clear on that one. But do you think Trump is onto something here, or do you think he has some mischief in mind?
You know, this has not been an issue for me. I don't doubt that Barack Obama was born in the United States because I have no reason to. And I've said that if anybody could have found it, Hillary's researchers would have found it during the primary. They would have pulled the trigger on it. They didn't. I just don't have any reason to worry about it.
When you run for president, do you have to, in all the numerous documents you file, don't you have to prove that you were born in the United States?
No, you actually don't. You have to prove a lot of other things. You fill out a level of disclosure on all your personal and financial information that is just bizarre. But quite frankly, the esteemed members of the Fourth Estate in this country pretty well go down and find out more about you than you ever even knew yourself, not all of which is necessarily accurate. So I don't know that there's any, form that one must fill out saying, by the way, here is my birth certificate.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.